if you're not used to trading percentage of account, because you're looking at lots. Okay, so if you're planning to do this a long time and you're planning to trade large lots, my suggestion is to trade percentage of account. You drag the script based on the percentages and you drop it, and that script is going to automatically determine your lot size. You are not going to sit there and calculate your lot size. Okay, trade 2%, 3% every trade. That's how you can make 10% a week. People are doing it within the group. Okay, 10% a week. It's not a lot of trades, man. If you know you're 80% accurate, and how do you know? By doing homework. Not because I said it or Jim said it or Doug said it. It's because we say it, and then you're like, okay, cool. They said something, so let me go validate it. So you got to go and see it for yourself. Just because we see it doesn't mean you're going to see it. Just because we can do it doesn't mean and then he looks at those flashcards on his way to work every single day. He's not trading full time, but he trades 2 days a week while he's working full time. He trades London. All right, and he's doing phenomenal. He doesn't have to do 10% a week because he's only trading 2 days. But if he does 5 to 6% a week, that in itself is phenomenal, right? If you're going 2% a trade, 6% is only 3 trades. That's what I mean. And that's relative, because doesn't matter if you have a $10,000 account or $5,000 account, doesn't matter. If you're making 10%, you know you're making $500. That matters, right? So if you're a professional trader, you trade in percentages, because that makes it relative to me, right? And that's also relative to you, because that shows that it's scalable. That means you just add another zero. You go $10,000 account to $100,000 by adding a zero. 10% now means you're making 10,000. Do you see what I'm saying? It makes it easier rather than be like, okay, so I did one lot. How many pips am I going to make? Okay, so I'm going to, no. All right, let's move forward. NU. Now, NU, I was expecting this to drop because I had the harmonic sitting here. All right. Again, this moved with the dollar move. Okay. Move with the dollar move. So nothing. Leave it alone, right? There's no set. I'm looking for shorts. It went long. Not my set. Doesn't matter what happens. Dollar Swiss. We had this reset. We're looking for shorts. We're expecting price to come back down here. Again, long would have been a better trade, all right? Because if you look at the 4-hour chart, we're mentioning that in the pre-market, okay? We had it at the W. Now we got 3 hits to the low. Long, of course, is the better trade. But again, they didn't really set up that way, okay? The question is, did it set up for a short? The answer is no. Why no? Okay, so I'm in level 1, right? Theoretically, 50-200 cross, the first move above that, the first move after 50-200 cross, theoretically, is a safety, right? So you look for them to come up, they're going to give you the little visible stop point and they'll drop. This is all chop, and then this is a news candle. So there was no way for you to take this trade. All right. Dollar CAD. So we were sitting at level 3. We're looking for longs, again, based on the news. There was no move. Okay. That's just news. Don't anyone look at that. Dollar yen. we were looking for longs, level 2, right? So 50, 200 cross. So here's your W of the male, anchorish move, right? So that means it'll be a W of the blueberry on the 15-minute chart. Okay. Right here. $13.50 cross. Here's my first as well as an ID moves, an ARID comp. See, you got to know the set. By knowing the set, it shows me that you've done enough homework and you know you're not gambling. You know what you're looking for. All right. That's a nice setup. If you actually were there, that's the setup. All right. And finally, euro pound. Messy is the word, right? It's kind of messy. We're looking for longs and then it just kind of dropped, went back up, came back down. It's nothing. When it does this too many times, let's look 15-minute chart. So if I'm looking for longs, I'm looking for them to hit the stop below the Asian range, right? And then I'm looking for a pattern. So I start from here. I'm in level 3, so I'm looking for longs. I'm waiting for them to hit the stop. So no stop until here, right? First leg. Obviously, that's the first leg. Close above 13, back below, back above. See, there's news coming up, 8:30 news. So this is the pass. I'm looking for longs again. So I'm waiting for them to hit the stop, which they did. Okay, so I got out of the band. Here's my in the band move right in here. So realistically, I want to take this trade here, but I got a 200 EMA sitting right there. So I don't want to take that trade right there. So that would have been a pass for me. Okay. The next day, I'm looking for longs. They come up, they hit the stop. Here's my W structure. How big is this candle? This is a news candle. I know the 8:30 news candle. It's 20, almost 25 pips. So anyway, a 1/3 pullback would be my trade. So if the 1/3 pullback is right there, it goes up 7, 8 pips. It closes. This is called a trapping move. When they close below the 50 or the 200 EMA, that's done. My trade is done right here. Boom. -2. It's over. Okay. The question is, when can you get back in? Can you get back in here? The answer is no. Why? There's volume trapped over here. You can't get in here because you don't know if they're going to release this trap volume. Okay, so they'll have to actually break and close above all of this before you take that long. All right. So just is better just to pass on this trade altogether. All right. Trap volume, that's where the money is sitting. The market makers move all of this because of money, nothing else, not because they got nothing better to do. All right, so you have to know where the trap volume is sitting and where they're going to go. All right, so I'm done with analysis of the charts based on our levels and the expected move. There were some setups. They were not the best of setups today because of the big news, and they were kind of not the cleanest. Some of the other days were just brilliant. All right, here's my reset, 1350 cross, first pullback. This is a little bit too deep. Okay, so otherwise it would have been just nice. But again, ADR is 60 pips. I'm not a big fan of that. Right, so just euro and pound crosses. I'm done right up till here. That's it. GF. All these other pairs I don't even look at. All right. Okay. You know what? Let me finish the presentation and then we can go over Q&A. All right. Okay. The topic today is called AR. AR means Asian range, right? Steve talked about it, and I'm sure if you listen to the lectures, let me just shrink this up a little bit. It'll give me a little bit of room to draw. Here's my